Hey, welcome. It's Domain Dave, cheapwinefinder.com. Another podcast for a wine we wrote up, like I always say, on the old cheapwinefinder.com website. 3 a week of value-priced wines, and then we plug in the microphone and we kind of expand on things. And today we've got a $12.99 Trader Joe's wine. It's a Trader Joe's Grand Reserve Sonoma County Syrah 2022. It's made by Bozana and Company, who are a custom wine producer. They have made other bottlings for Trader Joe's brands. And this one's actually produced and bottled by. Produced and bottled by means they made it. They're out of San Luis Obispo, so they bought the grapes from somewhere, but they made the wine. A lot of times you see vinted and bottled, and that means almost nothing. It means they bottled it, but that's not the, when it comes to wine, that's the one thing you kind of expect to happen, that it gets in a bottle. So it's from Sonoma County, which is huge. There are coastal cool areas, there's mountain areas, there's warm areas, there's dry creeks, there's river valleys, there's everything. So where it's from makes a difference, and Sonoma's so big and they're so vague. The Fearless Flyer has 2 paragraphs of virtually nothing. They don't tell you anything, but it's okay, because what you really need to know is what it tastes like. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to take a taste. Tastes pretty good. In the early 2000s, Syrah wines and Shiraz is just Australian for Syrah, were the rage. They were everywhere. Those wines just flew off the shelves. It seemed like half of the wines all got 90 plus points. They were critics' favorites. They were everybody's favorites. They were inexpensive. You can get 92-point wines for $12 left and right. And then their time in the sun was over. And now they're not really in demand, though, in the high end. I know Kay Vintners out of Washington has Kay Syrah wines. They get 100 points on a regular basis, but those are over $100 bottles of wine. So in the high end, Syrah always was there, but in the value price, it kind of disappeared a little bit. It's kind of like Merlot. Merlot, for a long time, was one of the main wines of California. Now you get it here and there, but not too often. And both wines, both Syrah and Merlot, deserve better. And this wine, this Trader Joe's Reserves Sonoma County Syrah 2022, is really good tasting. It's rounded fruit. There's some raspberry, there's some blueberry, there's got like 3 different types of spice in there, but none of them bite. There's plum, there's cranberry. It tastes a little bit of vanilla, but I'm not sure if this was actually oaked or not. Vanilla is an oak taste, and I thought I got some, especially on the nose and in the mouth, and on the palate. This is a nice tasting wine. It's medium bodied. It is interesting. It's got a full array of flavors. That's one thing. Since Syrah isn't the flavor of the month, you can kind of get better quality for less, because they have to deliver to get you to buy it. Otherwise you're going to buy a Pinot Noir or a red blend or a Cabernet Sauvignon or something. There are in the value price wines, people don't get too adventuresome too often, so that you kind of get the usual suspects, and they do really good job with the usual suspects. But this Syrah wine is delicious. I mean, it's a really good wine. I mean, I've been having wines lately, but I'm saying you need to pair it with food, which means that it's It's a little bit tannic. It's a little bit something, and it'll balance with food and be perfect with food. You're kind of used to just wanting to sip the wine, and but this is a wine that, well, you could have it with the food all you want, but this sip's great. Third sip. It's just a nice wine. I mean, it's just a nice wine. What else do you want? It's $12.99. Trader Joe's Reserve wines are typically going to be at $12.99, $13. It's probably closer to an $18 wine if it was in a retail wine shop. It's not a exact one-to-one basis, but yeah, that's what it is. And just being from Sonoma County, it doesn't say much, but they might have got it from 2 different AVAs, so you have to put Sonoma County on it, sub-AVAs. So there you go. This is a really good wine. This is the Trader Joe's Grand Reserve Sonoma County Syrah 2022. I kind of forgot how much I like Syrah. And this is really rounded fruit with some nice spice. Not too spicy, but very nice spice with some savory notes. It does very well for a red wine, especially maybe with cooler nights coming up. This is going to hit the spot. When it's 95 outside, the humidity is 87. Maybe you don't want a big old red wine. But when the nights cool down to the 60s, yeah, this hits the spot. So there you go. This is Domain Dave, cheapwinefinder.com. And Trader Joe's Reserve wine, they don't come up with many new wines lately, but when they have been, they've been pretty good. So adios, keep it cheap, and I'll talk to everybody in a couple days. Bye-bye.